They called it a liability. You called their bluff. And you haven't explained yourself since. They see a machine people gave up on. You see something completely different. Scientists started paying attention to what actually happens inside your brain when you ride an old motorcycle. Not what you feel, what it does. And what they found has nothing to do with nostalgia. 5 things your old bike does to your mind that a new one physically cannot. Not 5 opinions. 5 things happening inside your head right now, backed by named, verified research that most riders have never had the words for. Most of you already knew. You just didn't have the science to back it up. Now you do. Starting with reason 1, and it begins before you even fire the engine. There is a system in your brain that runs whether you want it to or not. Scientists call it the Default Mode Network. Think of it like an open tab that never closes, replaying arguments, loading old regrets, previewing problems that haven't happened yet. Researchers have found this is the engine behind chronic stress and anxiety. Not drama, not crisis. Just this tab, running, all day. Here's what your old motorcycle does to it, and why nothing else comes close. Your old bike demands too much for that tab to stay open. Heavy controls. No electronics catching your errors. An engine that talks back every time something shifts. Your brain has to track all of it simultaneously. The default mode network went quiet. So the tab closes. Not because you tried to clear your mind. Not because you decided to relax. Because your brain simply doesn't have room for both. Dr. Vaughn at UCLA measured this in 2019. Riders showed a 28% drop in cortisol, the primary stress hormone, after a short ride. Attention sharpened, distraction dropped. The open tab system went quiet in ways that are measurable and repeatable. The open road is not where you go to escape your problems. It's where your brain physically cannot hold them. Reason 2 goes deeper than stress relief, and a specific study with real riders proved it changes your brain permanently over time. In 2009, Dr. Ryuta Kawashima, the neuroscientist behind BrainAge, partnered with Yamaha and the University of Tokyo. He took men in their 40s. Some hadn't ridden in over 10 years. One group rode to work every day for 2 months. The other group changed nothing. 2 months later, the riders showed clear improvements in memory and spatial thinking, the ability to picture objects, rotate them, and track things moving in real time. But the part that surprised everyone wasn't the improvement. It was what Kawashima said about everything else. Kawashima's conclusion was direct. A car only demands your brain in an emergency. A motorcycle demands it the entire time. Every corner, every gear, change. Every mile. Your brain is fully switched on. 2 months. Daily rides. Measurable improvements across multiple areas of thinking. Your old bike has been sharpening your mind without you even realizing it. Reason 3 starts before you pull the throttle. And it reaches you somewhere words can't get to first. Most people think they love the sound of an old engine because it sounds good. That's true. But sound doesn't reach your thinking brain first. It reaches your emotional brain first, the part that handles memory and feeling, almost instantly, before your logic has processed anything. This is why an old V-twin hits you in the chest before you can explain it. You feel it before you understand it. That's not memory. That's your nervous system. Here's the clearest proof of how much that sound matters. Motorcycle and car manufacturers now spend millions engineering synthetic engine sounds, piped through interior speakers on new vehicles. Not for performance, not for safety. Because without it, riders and drivers report feeling disconnected from the machine, like something essential is missing. They had to build a substitute for what your old bike produces for free, every time the key turns. Your old bike doesn't manufacture a feeling. It delivers the real thing. Most channels explain what riding feels like. This one explains what it does. Like and subscribe. Reason 4 is the one most riders never talk about, and it has nothing to do with being on the road. Think about your average day. Emails, meetings, screens, moving information from one place to another. At the end of it, try to point to something and say, I made that. That exists because of me. Most people can't. Philosopher and mechanic Matthew Crawford spent years studying exactly this. His finding: modern work has quietly stripped something the brain needs, a visible, touchable result. Proof that you did something real with your hands. Most careers never give it back. Your old bike gives it to you every single time you open the garage. Something is broken. You figure out why. You fix it. You start the engine. You can hear it running better than before. You did that. Crawford found that hands-on work engages multiple senses simultaneously. The resistance of metal, the smell of oil, the sound of a part seating correctly. It pulls you completely into the present moment. It is the neurological opposite of a screen. In a world where most work disappears the moment you finish it, the garage is the one place the work stays. The 5th reason is what your old bike does that a new one is specifically designed to prevent. New motorcycles hide your mistakes. ABS catches your brake errors. Traction control catches your throttle errors. Riding modes soften every input before it reaches the road. Electronic suspension adjusts without being asked. Every system is designed to catch what you did wrong before you feel it. On paper, that's safety. On the road, it means you're a passenger in your own ride. Your old bike doesn't manage you. It tells you. Something goes loose. You feel it through your hands. Something changes in the engine note. You hear it before it becomes a problem. The road shifts under you. You know it before your eyes confirm it. No filter. No system catching it first. Direct information, straight to you. Your old bike built that in you, mile by mile, without you noticing. A rider who trusts his own hands, who reads a machine the way most men read a room, who doesn't need a warning light because he already felt it 2 corners back. That's not just a riding skill. That's a way of paying attention to the world. So next time someone asks why you still have that old bike, you don't have to say character. You don't have to say connection. But if you want the truth, it shuts off the part of your brain that never stops running. It's been sharpening your memory for years, and it's the only machine in your life that has never once lied to you. That's not nostalgia. It never has been. Drop a comment. Which reason hit closest? And tell us, what's the bike you still won't sell? We actually want to know. Ride what's true.